you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Like in a Zoom call with your coworkers. Welcome back, everybody, to round 3 of the Crumpet Conquest. Welcome to the bloody Crumpet Conquest, you bloody Wanker. We are back with yet another faction. CIS makes its appearance as Tom, quote unquote, Wanker Spanker, takes on Rorer or Rorer. Rorer.
He's a Wookiee.
Roar. Exactly. He's a Wookiee. He's playing Scum. So we get another. It's nice to see Scum being very competitive. If you look at the insights, the second link in our chat there, you can see the faction breakdown, and Scum is number 1 in this event. Scum did really well in the last one and won the Windy City Conquest as well. So super cool to see Scum going from arguably the worst to second worst faction in AMG points for the longest time to being very competitive. And of course they have new content. See the Mandalorian in this list here on stream. I'm joined by my man Matt Carey. He's the one that helped me get these amazing trophies made. I'm going to show you guys really quick. Again, these, without Matt taking the initiative to do this, I don't know if we would have ever had anything comparable to this at all. So Matt just kind of was like, hey, I want to do this. Let's do this. And he took it on himself to reach out to Knuckles at Curled Paw and have them made. And Matt, I got to show them off at Worlds, obviously, because you know that I handed them off to, or they were handed off to me there. But I got to walk around with them and really kind of tease the series, and that was people were really oohing and eyeing over it. And I kind of want one for myself, but obviously that's not how that works. I
thought about having Knuckles just make me one and just be like, I'm gonna keep this because it looks so good.
Yeah. It just is just like, it's just Matt Carey, the real champion.
Yeah.
That's what it'll say.
I made him. That's it.
Yeah, I made them. Champion of making things.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
So I'm doing good. I'm sleepy, but probably not as sleepy as you are, having woken up eons ago.
Yeah, I am. I'm hanging in there. I don't feel. I think it's really just a combination of delirium and the fact that I have to, manage the event, that I haven't really felt too tired.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like final table, I'm gonna start to really feel it though. I feel like every time we've done one of these events where we have a final table, it's like that is where I start to really feel it. But the commentary helps because I don't know if I would have been able to be alone all day.
Yeah, it's like when you're driving in a car by yourself, it's, if you're on a long trip, you get road hypnosis. But if you got somebody in the car with you, the time just passes.
Yeah. Sometimes we just need the time to pass. You shall pass, as Gandalf did not say.
Do we want to hit up the lists before they get too far?
Yeah, which one do you want to do?
Scum's my baby. I'll always do Scum.
Cool. Betting is open, folks, as Matt will break down Scum for us as we're already shooting. So maybe we'll take a second.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Speaking of Scum list, Fenrau has a shot.
Okay, Fen. Oh, there you go. Tom Wanker Spanker is like, absolutely not. Tom, of course, Tom's Wankers did win the Team League Championship. That was his team's team name, was Tom's Wankers, and it was my idea to come up with that name. They decided to keep it for some reason. I was surprised that they did.
Yep.
Ketsu now.
We did see 2 good rolls, modify, got 3 on 3. But now we'll see Asajj.
Oh, it is Asajj. I don't know why I said Ketsu.
Yeah.
It's clearly Asajj.
I know. I mean, it makes sense because that's what I thought it was. I just leave it at that, not spending anything, because you're going to be taking some shots back. Rolling 4 dice because of range and a stealth device that we'll talk about when we go through the lists. Plenty of evades. We got another 2 dice. Plenty of evades again. All right, so let's get on to this this list. Rorer is flying the SL Fenrau that has fearless, adaptable power systems, and Beskar reinforced plating. And then we also have down at the bottom of the screen, Mr. the Mandalorian, which has outmaneuver the child, kineso switch, and the calibrated laser targeting, and doing his job. He's coming in on the flank, which is kind of where he should be. And then we have, as discussed earlier, Asajj Ventress, which I thought this was going to be Ketsu, because I've been flying a list that has Fen, Mando, and Ketsu. But this is Asajj. She has stealth device, so taking advantage of the stealth device, getting back into the game with XWA, only on medium and large base ships. Also has contraband cybernetics, deadman switch, Lots Razi, which allows you, since we haven't seen her in a while, I'll go through it. She, when you defend, you may spend, if the attacker's stressed, you may spend the stress to add an evade result. And then also has hate, just to get all that force back. Yeah. And then we have Sarcoplank with Savage Oppress, giving you some passive mods or potentially giving some focuses to friendlies for the cost of a force.
And now for Tom, Wanker, Spanker, Sun Fac. I mean, what else can I say about the Faxter? He's got targeting computer, he's got predator, he's got ensnare and gravitic deflection. He will make you sad. In the hands of someone like Tom, Doug, for example, another great Sun Fac player. I have experienced it. Will make you sad. He's very good, but he can also be very vulnerable, especially first player matters in this matchup with Fenrau at I6 as well, his counterpart on the other side. General Grievous, this is the non-standard loadout Grievous with Soulless 1 and Impervium plating. So of course, why would it be anything else? Bombardment drones times 3 with prox mines. And then we've got Doofus, 311 with independent calcs and struts. So it's going to be, he's the one that's going to be passing calculates to others. Bombardment drones, just dropping death pizzas, special delivery. Make sure you leave a nice tip. That's what they like to say, as they slap a death pizza down on your face.
Yeah. We typically don't see a strong jousting block like we see right here with, 4 ships just driving up the center. But the death pizza bombers can and will do that. They are one of the stronger jousters because of that.
Matt, would you mind clearing the dice cam for me? With the road, there's some road dice in there. I don't want to forget to turn on them. Thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Done.
Thank you. Uh-oh. If Fenrau runs into green, that is
yeah.
not good.
I mean, I think you'll see a 2 straight from Fen because it's very non-committal, but that also does put him in death pizza range. He'll have to
2 straight would bump, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably would. Seeing it from that angle, probably.
And also,
would.
Ketsu, I'm hoping Ketsu did a 5K here. Or sorry, Asajj did a 5 straight out of 5K. And it does not clear. Okay. I'm surprised. I don't know why I thought that would.
So Fen might not be in a great spot.
The 5 straight doesn't clear? Wow. Huh.
Yeah,
5 straight got real short all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, that rotated base with Grievous, takes up a little extra.
That's true.
She's taking the stressful focus, which I'm not certain I agree with, because you got the force and hate, but I guess you're trying to preserve the stealth device as long as you can. But honestly, I'd probably be shooting at Fen this round.
Is that bullseye for Mando? It looks like it is.
Yeah.
That will be an outmaneuvered bullseye shot into the bombardment drone.
Yep, and won't have to worry too much about the pizza. All right, we got Sun.
Should we have the funeral for Fenrow now? Because I think we should get the vigil going. Yeah, see ya. Well, actually, no death pizzas. So it's just Grievous. It's just 4 shots.
Yeah. Did he? I think he rolled for it and he didn't take damage.
Oh, he put a focus down. Is it his ability? Is it something on his? Must have been a.
Oh, maybe he went like 5 straight and would have ran into an enemy or something like that. Let's see what he did.
He went 2 bank, 2 straight. No, he did 2 bank. He got a red focus. I guess it would have hit Grievous. Yeah.
Yep. Says it would have overlapped enemy ships. Yep.
And that is a smart ensnare move by Sunfactum. Tractor and move the bombardment drone green to the left.
That's freaking dirty. Because, yeah. So, like, I've seen Scum Shenanigans do that back in 2.0. I think it was Nick Duran that used to do that. He used to, running with, it might have been Sarko. It was one of the tugs that, whichever tug can drop the proximity mine out the front.
Well, what a terrible
Constable Zuvio.
Yeah.
And he would do shenanigans like that. He would coordinate either a barrel roll to the tug or coordinate a tractor action to the tug that would pull the enemy into the proximity mine. It was like, that's just dirty.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, this was a nice setup. Did
Asajj get to... Oh, there is no title. Okay, never mind. No tractor stuff.
I don't think Asajj can take the title. But...
Also, Fenrow's 5-hole, that's quite monstrous.
Yeah. And like bombardment drones at range 1, so he could potentially do some damage. Doesn't look like that's happening, but you know, there's the potential.
Shooting into tractor green, taking 3.
I mean, he got 3, so that's pretty strong. But those prox mines, I mean, they're probably both gonna hit Asajj, so you don't have to worry as much. But you still would like Asajj to not die either, so.
So that was 1 damage into yellow.
All right. Got the Grievous shot.
Yeah, seems good. Fen gets his 4 dice. Concordia, no focus for Phineas Rao. But still gets 3.
Pretty good. Yeah, just taking 1.
Yeah, just taking 1. 1 away from half.
Yeah, and like you said, that extra hole just goes a long way for a Fang fighter.
And so 7-point Asajj, and you don't even get the title.
Yeah, that's something. So Asajj flew
systematically.
Yeah, she had one that was called the Banshee, and I hope that XWA takes the potential of creating a title for her later.
Fac and a stun pilot.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
that would be cool. Definitely opportunities for things like that.
Yeah. No, I've been impressed so far. I know that both you and I are part of the machine, but it's not part of our machine. You know, it's not our particular purview of the machine, so we just get to watch. And
we get to help and watch, just like everyone else in that regard. But yeah, definitely. Hello, Jamon. Takes a crit.
All right.
Fenrau down. That is half on Fen.
But he's
He's got
Beskar.
Beskar. He will be Beskaring, so not taking the crit. Takes the crit, but doesn't take the crit. Gets to look at the crit, doesn't have to take it. And will not take it.
2 dice and offend. Ironically, probably the best shot in offend because he's not at range 1. But Fen says no.
Not today, Satan, he declares.
That can't feel good when you could have potentially just lit up Asajj. I understand going after Fen, but
yeah, and he only did 2 damage to him.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. And in exchange, you take a beating back. That's wild.
Yeah. All right.
Snarko.
Snarko. Did he not? Oh, he used a focus, not the force. That's fine. And Doofus rounding out the round. Spends 1 calculate to get 1 result. See if you can pop that stealth device. No.
Stealth device, I love it.
I see in the very near future the stealth device popping because of a proximity mine.
Don't say that,
Just
Matt.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. Would the prox mine reach out to? No, there's no way I would hit Fen. Nope, no chance.
Maybe. Because it's.
I don't think so, right?
It's 2.5 lengths. It's 2.5 lengths at the largest, but I think you can put it out there, and if Asajj wasn't there, he would have to hit it. But Asajj is there, so it's going to hit Asajj. Either way, I mean, you're dropping a prox mine on your enemy, you're happy. Whether it's Fen or Asajj, you're getting some damage in.
As he head to the 3rd round, 4-1 in favor of Scum.
Yeah. I do, as I said earlier, I do wonder if you had gone into Asajj, like if you had shot with Grievous, Sunfac, and
4
then
shots, range 1.
The 3 droids into Asajj, you could have got her down enough to where just the 2 prox mines would have killed her this round.
Yeah, it's true. That would have been. That's true.
Yeah. It's
I guess just a missed of obviously I understand trying. Fen is, especially CIS, is such a horrifying piece to deal with. So he saw the opportunity and he was too focused on that, or rather calculated, as they say.
Get it? Because they use calculate.
They use calculates.
Again, I get the choice. I understand the choice. I just wonder how the tides would have turned had it been the other choice. Down at the bottom of the board, we see some bombing potential there. Mando can avoid it in several different ways, and I wonder if
Red's Death Pizza will probably hit Grievous, but you just choose the enemy ship to hit instead. You just choose who it hits.
So, yeah, you get to choose.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, the bomb dropper chooses who hits with lines if it's simultaneous.
So Beskar has been used.
Yep. All right, let's see this first bomb. Well, he's dropping bros droids for some reason. Grabbing the wrong thing. All right. Pizza.
Oh, it does hit Fen. It hits him by a bit. Yeah.
Yep. Looks like he took 1 and is rolling. Takes another.
Man,
he's on 1.
That's half. And now it's a tie game before we even get into activation.
All right, here comes the next pizza.
You are welcome. Always happy to mansplain. And we're hitting Asajj.
Yeah. For some reason, didn't choose Grievous. Who'd have thought? I'm happy that those guys do not have delayed fuses anymore. That was a bit of a nuisance. All right. Looks like Asajj took 2 and lost her stealth device. All right. We have Doofus just rotating. Just chilling on a rock.
Say that 3 bank looked really good for Mando, but obviously that would be clipping.
Yep.
That would run right through Death Pizza.
We did have a pizza drop in the south, but just more preventative instead of 100%.
I'm over here thinking, oh, Sarko can just coordinate. He does not have Protection Collab. It's Savage instead.
Yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage Press.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Talon from the Yellow Bomber. Does a straight maneuver not hit that bomb if if it's just the template?
For Mando?
Yeah.
Like a 2 straight is tough. Anything faster for sure hits. Oh, two straight he hits it for sure.
Yeah, it seems like a certain.
I don't think there's anywhere, unless Mando decided to too hard either direction.
I mean, he could 2 bank away from the bomb.
Yeah, but
and
towards
then
the
slam.
gas cloud, it'd be odd. So.
You could slam through it.
I just don't think he'd want to go that way. Like hindsight now, you're like, oh, I'd do that maneuver.
Yeah. Like making the bank that way was the only way that I was like, okay, you can certainly not get hit. They also have 1 hard, so he could potentially 1 hard.
Oh, they do. Okay.
And then boost, so you don't get, Death Pizza next round. Oh, they also have the 1 straight Rich Poly.
Yep.
Making a very good point. I always forget that they have the 1 straight. Do you boost? I think he's got 1 force up.
What did Grievous try to just turn around and he? What did he do? He just bumped.
Yeah, it looks like Grievous did a bank. Yeah, just 2 bank left and bumped into Fen.
And now, Sun Fac, not only as a weapon player, so his shot isn't really that scary, but there's an outmaneuver shot.
If the turret, if the turret stays that direction, it's not outmaneuvered, but you do have Asajj breathing down your neck,
and you wonder where Fen will end up.
Fen is gonna, I wonder if he's just trying to gum up the works so Fen is there for another proc spine. What to
he'd
do?
be trading,
what to
I guess
do?
he'd be trading up a point.
Yeah.
At that stage, you're just dealing with Mando and Asajj, both of which are not nearly as scary.
Yeah, I really have been enjoying Mando. He rewards skilled play, and it's very satisfying to when you slam into you slam target lock and you've got them outmaneuvered in your calibrated laser targeting bullseye, and it's like
it's like, oh yeah, I am the greatest.
All the planets have aligned, and I feel like once per league or just game night, I get it off, and it just feels, it's like, yes, this feels great.
Yeah, I haven't tried him yet, but definitely will hope to soon.
All right, so he is doing the pinpoint tractor array. Let's see where he goes. Moving towards Mando. I think that makes him much more vulnerable to Fen. We'll see where Fen goes.
Yeah, and you're hoping to tractor Fen.
Yeah, because he can potentially tractor Fen.
And he will.
3 bank. I don't know that you can tractor him to ship right to get out of it. So I don't know.
He's just trying to.
Yeah, it's like I would like to give this to Fen, but I can't.
Yeah. He's hovering over it.
Just grabbing a new token. I think he's just grabbing a new token. Yeah, there we go.
Who is the co-commentator? It is Matt Carey.
Who's that guy?
Who the heck is that? He's a handsome gentleman.
Oh, go on.
Don't stop there. Please go on.
Continue.
Continue.
Did he roll? Oh no, he's tracked. That's why Sun is rolling 3. What's up, Rich? Fen rolling.
Fen dies.
3. Why do you only roll 3? But yeah, it still dies. But
he's tractored.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Duh.
There's a weapons failure shot into a tractored ship. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
but
down.
Fen gets,
there's 3 more points.
Yeah, but Fen gets to get some revenge.
Yeah. And he's got fearless here.
Yes, and you have no reason to keep your focus. You're just like, all right.
Oh.
Well, you still get the 1.
Oh
no!
Like, nope, that's
disrespect. Rough. Look at me.
Still has
I am the ace now. Yeah.
Hey, Wolfie, thank you for the follow and the Twitch Prime sub. Really appreciate it. Welcome and thank you very much. 14 subs away from our next goal of giving away a pair of glitter dice from 2024 Worlds. It's
Mando rolling hit crit. Still no dice.
Man.
There are dice.
So now Asajj. You hope it's Asajj, because Asajj does have a lock, right? Yep.
Yep, lock and 2 force.
Just wanted a sub for Nick.
All right, that's 3 hits.
VTO.
And
my God, Sun Fact. Jesus.
Takes 1.
That's insane. Wow.
You still have the Sarko shot coming in, so there's still a chance. So you're saying there's a chance.
That would be really funny if Sarko doesn't want to do it, because of course he would be.
Yeah.
Natties into Mando, who rolls natty evade. Lots of evade, lots of hot dice right now, except for Fen's shot.
Yeah. A lot of hot dice.
Range 3 into a 1-hole Sun Fac. It's 7-4 right now. Tom Wanker Spanker in the lead, but can you get this Spanker off the board? Oh, he rolls a blank.
It's gonna be hard.
There's 3 evades. Wouldn't have mattered.
What is these blue dice are?
Yeah, I want them in real life so bad.
Yeah,
they'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sarko's in your starter. Does that make it Sarko flank? Okay, Nano Antonio, calm down.
Taking 1. After you spend the force, take a shield, get the force back.
All right, each get 1. It's 8-5. Tom with the lead. Sun Fac still around on 1 hole though.
Yeah.
Bombardment drone's not really a threat for quite a long time now.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about them currently. But Grievous can 1 hard. I believe it's red, but that gets you back in the fight. And then yeah.
Betting has been closed for a few minutes. Turn that off. Let's see if green's taken damage. Green's a 2-hole left, so maybe you try to go after green.
Actually, that's true. You could get out, and that also gets you away from Sun Fac.
Yeah.
Unless he really calls it.
That calculate pass for Sunfac to have the evade calc is just massive.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge,
good.
especially that turn. But if Fenn had just rolled a little better, because he just rolled 2 hits and 3 blanks, that was not a strong roll for Fenn Rao. We would have seen Sunfac go away. But yeah,
Mando hard turn plus slam to bullseye DFS. How would he do that without hitting the rock?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. I mean, he could 1 hard and then bank slam, but I would just boost at that point. But like you're saying, he'd be facing a rock at that point. I'm not certain. You could just 1 hard and shoot at him. Maybe a 2 bank and then a 2 hard slam. Yeah, I'm not certain.
You like Vision, young Skywalker? Vision or suicidal awareness? Matt, could you remove the dice again for me?
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Thank you. Oh, never mind.
Nope.
I'm lying. They haven't run the road roll yet. Jesus Christ.
Meh.
One of them was just sitting in there for so long. I just thought they did it.
Yeah,
already.
no.
All right, now one of them keeps it in there.
All right, I'll get that.
Thanks. Doofus. Uh-oh, Sarko. Snarko. Snarky snark.
Snarko plank.
Yeah, Sarko could just die here. That's 2 range 1 shots, barrel roll lock, and 2 prox mines. I think Sarko.
I was going to say if he doesn't if he doesn't make it through this, or if he makes it through this, he's still got 2 prox mines. Granted, you're getting your enemy to drop prox mines onto your 3-point ship, so you're not feeling too bad about it, but you're already 1 ship down.
Yep. It's bullshit. Jeez. Well, at least it's good to know even when I am delirious and tired, I still got the best jokes.
The puns. You got the puns.
Who calls it the best? We don't have to talk about that.
All right. So Grievous did a turn. I thought that was a.
He's gonna slam here. What's he slamming? Too hard under the rock, as Rich would say.
For some reason, I thought the 1 hard on the
I have
double ab was red.
Like, but still going, baby.
Taking target lock on the doofus. I worry about their Grievous shot, and then also where Sunfac is going to be. Sun could just tractor your Mando, but he might run with Sun. Probably not.
Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. Oh, is this a stealth bump?
Oh.
Yes! Yes! Down goes Sonny! Get the fuck out of here!
Like that feels like what more probable game state.
Yeah. There's a bed right there. Just take a nap. Yeah, just live stream. It's me taking a nap while Matt does commentary. My cat is napping now.
Yeah, we'll make you the big screen where the game is the small corner screen. We'll just commentate on you sleeping.
Veale gonna be fact
Right.
off with that.
All right. We have the target lock
Ooh.
into a hit crit. How will Doofus respond? With decent dice. I mean, still taking a crit.
Wounded.
That wounded pilot.
Not a big deal. Not really that big of a deal.
Yeah. Is that range? Range 1 from Asajj. Decent dice. Got a force at least.
Decent die. Well, not that good because of the crit.
Oh, fair enough.
You'll hit a shield though. Doesn't particularly matter. He's gonna reroll.
Oh, he's re-rolling.
Oh,
So you still get 2 shields. Yeah, the crit doesn't matter at this point.
Yep.
Um,
Here we go. These are the shots that I'm worried about. Into the Mandalorian. He's gonna try. Grievous is gonna try to cough all over the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And he will.
Man,
That's gonna be a
strong dice.
Mando now evades. Takes
Dice in
one.
return. Yeah. Take a shield, gain a force.
That's pretty wizard.
Yep. Decent dice there.
Sarko.
Sark
2 evades.
says no. Sark no.
Man.
Oh, man. These dice this entire game have been just like
Yeah, not a lot of blanks just in general.
super paint.
Spend the lock. He had a lock? I guess he did. Sarko's gonna have to. Sarko takes 2. He spends the Savage Force. Sarko is pretty much mathematically gonna die.
Yeah. Spends the target lock.
Yeah, for sure. If he doesn't die, just right here. Oh my god.
These 3 would do dice.
I know. He's still dead, but yeah.
Weapons failure, it looks like.
Aw. Sarko.
No, structural.
Sarky.
Structural, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
He's gonna die next turn, so who cares about structural? Is he shooting at Grievous? Interesting. I mean, I guess you could get half points. So reroll. Nope, can't get half points. I feel like you should either shot at green or red. Red, you could have got half points, or green, you could have potentially killed him.
Oh, the Mando DeLorean takes 2.
Somebody get that man some Concordia.
Get this man a shield. Wrong franchise.
It sounded like Saw Gerrera doing a Black Panther impression.
Breathe it in, boy.
Man. That series is good, man.
Andor is. I don't want to hear anybody talk about them being excited for Ahsoka season 2. Nonsense. Ahsoka is gonna be like watching. It's gonna be like watching Star Wars Resistance compared to Andor.
Yeah. And like
Rosario Dawson staring cold into the camera for an hour straight. Yeah, great. Sounds great.
I don't think like Ahsoka was bad, but
yeah,
Andor is just is high tier.
Right. Except for that one episode that everyone loved at Ahsoka, but everything else is like meh.
Yeah. I think it like if Ahsoka was the bottom tier of Star Wars content coming out,
it's definitely not
on Disney Plus, we'd be fine. It's not. We have Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, which I don't even know if that's like a good thing either. If that makes the argument more like better or worse.
No, I no, it is not a point in favor of Disney Plus. Book of Boba Fett is not a point in favor of anything. The one thing that it has going for it is Mando season 2.5 that happens for one episode.
Right. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Maui and his resistance racers.
That's just like guaranteed.
When are you gonna make it? You've got power in XWA. Are you gonna make them happen?
You've got power in XWA. Are you gonna make them happen?
I don't know.
You're an XWA.
My goal is to get Tweak to happen.
Oh, yeah. I want the Fondor Holcraft just so I can like break the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what did I sacrifice? Everything.
It would be interesting to have an anti-tractor mechanic, like if you had an illicit that was like flechettes or something like that, and like if you get tractored, you could, but it would be a very niche thing to take since you can only get tractored by a few things.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Ahsoka, there's so many villains in that show. It's like, okay, we gotta slow down on the villains. There's like 5 villains.
My problem with Ahsoka wasn't that. My problem with Ahsoka is they try to make everybody a Jedi. Like,
yeah, Sabine just sucks. I'm sorry. In that show, she is awful. Like Sabine, you just kind of forfeited that galaxy here. Ahsoka told you not to do it.
Here comes Sarko probably dying.
Snarko. Yeah, he's dead.
But yeah, and one of the things that I love about Andor is like not everything is about Jedi. And like there's so much more interesting than just Jedi flashy
tyranny and oppression.
I'm not saying get rid of it. I enjoy it. Just not everything has to be that.
Exactly. Well, it's also just oversaturated, right? Like, I don't know about, I mean, like watching Ahsoka, which has a lot of cool like lightsaber sequences and stuff. Like there are aspects of that show that I feel like genuinely, if it wasn't so oversaturated already, would have felt even more awesome. But to me, I'm just like, especially with people getting stabbed in vital organs and living. I'm a little over that. Like they gotta stop doing that.
They do need
stab through the heart thing and then surviving. I'm good with that. We can just write it differently.
At least with Sabine, it was off center. It wasn't like dead center in the body like Third Sister was, where it was just like, yeah, she just got stabbed through the chest. This is the second time she got stabbed through the chest. You know, once when she was a child, once when she was an adult, and she just lives. And it's like,
It's like, damn, getting stabbed through the chest. Everyone else, like, I mean, Qui-Gon's like, what the fuck am I to you guys?
Yeah.
He was stabbed in the tum-tum. It was just his tummy.
Yeah. And I think that's the part of the problem is that like, there's too much, like, lightsabers aren't lethal when dictated by the plot.
When convenient, right? Like when only when convenient. Yeah. And it's just like, you guys can write it differently. It doesn't have to be in an area that's so obviously that would kill somebody. It's just bad writing. And that's where Andor thrives, is like you just can feel the quality of the screenplay in every scene.
Yeah. I mean, and then just the acting, and like Genevieve is just killing it as Mon. And what's
I'd go to a rave with Mon Mothma for sure. She seems like she can hang at a rave.
What's Mon's sister's name? Or cousin's name? Oh
yeah, I can't remember.
I can't think of it, but like she does good, and then of course Diego Cassian and Luthen, just like it's
the Skarsgård. Yeah, come on, like we got ourselves an A-lister. I'm sure there's a very small portion of the internet's like, it's slow, it's boring. People are talking. Wear lightsaber, wear big boom boom.
Yeah, Rich, I agree with you about Maul surviving being cut in half. When I first heard of it, I was like, that's dumb. He should have been dead. But also, you took the coolest villain that you created in 20 years and killed him off in the first and killed him in the first episode. It's like, come on, man.
Also, fun fact, that's the only blood mist, like blood effect, really in Star Wars that you see, like from a lightsaber wound. If you watch it back.
No, and so when Ponda Baba's arm gets cut off,
that's different because there's blood, but it's not like when you
It's not
see the lightsaber, there's
yeah, it's
literally
not
like
a
a
flash.
blood
Yeah.
mist shooting out towards the camera when Maul gets cut in half, which is such an interesting choice. I'm like, wow.
I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that, I mean, I suppose it makes sense when, on a hand, like when Luke or I guess anybody gets their hand cut off, it's cauterized because it's small surface area, whereas like cutting directly through Maul, you probably
Yeah.
didn't cauterize everything. Things are falling out, even if it is cauterized.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's such a great, like, God, what a great, like, I know Phantom Menace is Phantom Menace, but man, that whole sequence, as we all agree, is phenomenal. But when Obi-Wan gets up there, he's like, just cuts him out, like, yeah, let's go, baby.
yeah.
All right, what did I miss? Who took damage?
Nothing. That was an evaded shot there. But yeah, no, I remember when I heard that Maul survived, I was like, that is so dumb.
Yeah.
The good news is the follow-up storyline for Maul was great. Like he is a fantastic character. He only got better after episode 1. You can take that as a joke too. I got better. It's like he's been cut in half. I got better. Dice
The
Panther
last
returning
season
to
of Clone
Amber.
Wars is with Maul.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Yeah. I am interested in Balin Skull, his storyline, because he seems to be, we've always hear about like gray Jedi. He seems like a gray Sith. He's
Can I
not
be honest?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not interested in that anymore.
Well, then
because they breadcrumbed it forever, and I'm like, where is this going? And then the actor died, which is terrible, very sad. But it's just like, I don't know. It just felt like, I'm like, did they actually have a plan with this guy, or are they just really just being like, let's just leave everyone guessing, including ourselves, about what the fuck this guy's doing? Because like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Yeah,
he's having his apprentice do all the dirty work, and then he's like, good luck out there, pal. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think he intended on the apprentice. I think he was just trying to use I was about to say Maul. Blue guy. What's it? Thrawn and the Night Sisters to get to that planet. He wasn't really interested in fighting in this war, but I think her name was Shin. She was like
Shin
she's
Hati.
still Shin Hati. She's very much still like, we're fighting the Jedi. She thinks that he's being Sith.
Space
and he's like,
Elon.
no, that's not.
He looks so much like Elon.
We got a Death Pizza drop. Don't know why, but why not?
I love the Charlie Hopkinson deep fake react videos where he like reacts to like the trailers and stuff, is like, as Qui-Gon and everything, and the first Ahsoka trailer, and he's like we're not Jedi, and then he stabs him with a lightsaber. It's like of course not a Jedi. I could tell by the fact that he stabbed that guy in his spine with a red lightsaber. It's just like, yeah, it's true. That is a really dumb line.
Yeah. But I mean, I appreciate because like I've always appreciated like the gray Jedi idea, where it's like, we could be on the side of the light side without being so rigid and rules focused. Like Jolie Bindo from KOTOR is one of my favorite characters from that series, and then it's just interesting to explore somebody being gray on the dark side, so to speak, a darker gray. I suppose we see that with Ventress currently, and she's going to be in what
of gray Jedi.
We have 50 Shades of Grey Jedi. Yeah. We got a bullseye there.
Yeah, we've also got a super dead Mando.
Oh yeah, no, Grievous is ready to roll.
Why are we rolling road dice now? Did something change?
I saw it roll one die.
Oh no, he rolled for the gas cloud? Is that what happened? Yeah, he just rolled for the gas cloud.
Oh, that he hit the gas cloud. That sucks. Oh, yeah. Has DFS 311 been rolling for his wounded pilot? I'm curious.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I care, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it matters at this stage. With all due respect.
Yeah, at this stage, I think that the game is over. The game is
not the
afoot,
best.
and then it's over.
Actually, he's still dead, right? Yeah, Mando's dead.
Too.
It's Tom Wanker Spanker up to 17.
Yeah.
If you just get a few into Asajj, that will do it.
It's not a great Bob.
So Tom was saying this is Rorer knocked him out of STO.
Oh.
So this is a little revenge, is a little payback. I have the I'm listening to Spotify on my end, and I'm listening to Destroyer of Worlds from Oppenheimer. Very epic.
Currently, like right now?
Yeah, it's the track that's playing.
Okay.
I got a little Ludwig going on in the ear here.
Ludwig Göransson. Who's doing music for Andor?
Not Bertel anymore. Bertel was season 1, which I loved. He did Succession and a bunch of other stuff. It's someone I've never heard of. I think he's I think he's a Japanese artist. I mean, it's pretty good. It's also there's been a kind of a big vibe shift with the music a little bit. Like it doesn't stand out to me as much anymore. It's still good.
It doesn't.
But it's not. Bertel's music was incredible in the first season.
Yeah.
I
look forward to listening to the soundtrack after, but like right now, it's still just the opening crescendo that stands out to me, which is still partially. It's just Bertel's work. Yeah. Asajj only getting 2. Spend a force. Spend 2 force. Still takes 1. A crit. Don't know what that said. That's a few leak.
Yeah, with these guys' prices.
Indeed. I heard they're down below $2. I was told.
I paid a $45 tariff on the cards I ordered for our Patreon.
Dude,
buckaroos.
I am in purchasing, and it is a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure. I haven't thought about asking you about that, but man.
Yeah. Like I had stuff that was, a relay went obsolete. I had to source it elsewhere, and I might be paying our supplier is going to absorb some of the cost, but I'll still be paying 122% tariff, and it's like,
wow,
that's quite a lot. Hopefully, some things change here in the next few days.
Well, I'm just so glad it's saving the country the way it is, and by destroying it.
Oh yeah. Yes, it is really saving us. The only way
to put out a fire is to throw a full propane tank on top of it. Honestly. Yep.
It is a giant headache.
It's a mess, dude. It's just fucking terrible.
Yep.
We apologize as 2 Americans doing commentary. We apologize for how embarrassing our country is and how frustrating it is.
I definitely do.
It's also not our Matt and I. We have our values in the right place. We're not idiots when it comes to who we side with on the political thing. We're not going to go deep into politics, but we apologize nonetheless.
Yeah. Getting back to the game, something that I just realized: Asajj has her turret forward.
Yeah.
Without the title, she doesn't need to do that. I just thought about that. Because typically the reason you have the forward is because of the title, or does her ability? I don't feel like her ability triggers off of.
I think it's just her turret that's needed. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah, where I think it has to be in her arc.
Yep, 0 to 2 in your turret arc.
Oh, it is. So it is based on her turret arc, not just in arc.
Yeah. So. It would be impressive if it was using ChatGPT, because that would suggest that he knows how to read. He doesn't know how to read. He's literally confessed that he doesn't know how to read. It's been exposed before.
Well, and he basically admitted that he hasn't read the Declaration of Independence, which is silly for a U.S. president. He said that the Declaration of Independence was a declaration of love and unity, which it is definitely not. Like,
He tried.
we do have love and unity with our UK brothers now, but back then that was not the sentiment.
Yeah, love and unity with who? Or maybe
Yeah.
just thinks ourselves. Like, back then they couldn't fly on the Lolita Express.
Jeez. No, they had airports back then. Trump said there was airports back then.
Yeah.
Oy. Looks
Hits the rock.
Hits the rock, but you got to make big moves now. Only the 1 damage.
Of wind dependence, am I right? USA, yes, there you go. Maui.
Yeah, I am a big fan of that Declaration of Independence. Like, I consider myself a patriot. Like, the Constitution is.
I feel like I mean, feeling patriotic versus like declaring yourself as a patriot, I feel like nowadays kind of outs you as a proud boy when it shouldn't, but it kind of does. Like, I'm a patriot. It's like, oh, you're like a MAGA proud boy. But if you're like, I'm patriotic, it's a little different, right? When you're like, I'm a nationalist, like, yo, you're a Nazi.
Yeah, no, I think you need to. That's something that needs to be taken back by, any American that is actually a patriot, because the. Yeah, I think it's patriotic to believe in the Constitution and that we follow
democracy and everything.
Yeah, and the Bill of Rights and all those things. It's
until
like,
you start arresting judges, and I'm like, at this point, I really don't know how much I want to talk about how much I love something that could be so easily be ignored. Apparently, now I guess this whole time is ignorable.
Grievous just saying no.
Yeah,
I feel like you should have shot at DFS.
I agree. I'm surprised
only get you 1 or 2 points, but that's still 1 or 2 points more than
crit into a Saj, and Saj is going to take 1 more. I think that's going to be half.
Yeah, I think
it will, and that will do it. And final score 12-22. Tom with a big victory here in chance engagement with honestly one of the fastest chance engagement games I've witnessed in a long time, with 18 minutes and change left on the clock.
Oh, very fast.
Yeah, I mean, very fast.